This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. In this video brought to you by the luxury world, we will explore the exciting realm of alternatives, presenting exceptional timepieces that rival Rolex in quality, functionality, and style. These hidden gems of the watchmaking world prove that a phenomenal wristwatch does not need to bear the iconic crown. Join us as we uncover the best alternatives to every Rolex model. If you still need to subscribe to our channel, we encourage you to do so now to stay updated on our future videos. Rolex Submariner. The Submariner is an iconic dive watch, considered the benchmark in its category. Some might consider the Omega Seamaster 300M a viable alternative. However, it does not convey the same level of luxury as a Rolex. For a similar sense of luxury, we recommend the Glashütte Original CQ and the Glashütte Panamatic CQ. These watches boast premium cases and dials that are exceptionally well finished, surpassing the Submariner in terms of craftsmanship. Rolex Oyster Perpetual. Let us dive into the Oyster Perpetual. It is simple, elegant, understated, and quintessentially Rolex. We would recommend two alternatives, the Nomos Club Sport or the Omega Aquaterra. The Club Sport is significantly cheaper than an Omega or a Rolex, offering excellent value. While its movement does not quite reach superlative chronometer standards, it is still exact, in-house, and boasts a strong power reserve. The Aquaterra, especially the 41mm version, offers a more robust and masculine design compared to the Oyster Perpetual. It features impeccable finishing and a variety of interesting dials that are not limited in availability. The smaller, flashier, and dressier shades models provide even more versatility. Rolex Explorer 2. The Explorer 2 is probably one of the hardest watches to find an alternative for. While it may not be the most popular of Rolex's sports models, we find it one of the most intriguing. It lacks a ceramic bezel and is not available in two-tone or full gold, preserving the last vestiges of Rolex's tool watch heritage more than any other model. If we were to excuse someone for not choosing an alternative, it would be for this watch, especially the version with the polar dial. However, a worthy alternative could be the Grand Seiko Evolution 9 GMT 41mm. It is incredibly wearable and features a distinctive dial that surpasses anything Rolex offers. Made of titanium with Grand Seiko's characteristic restrained style, it truly elevates the tool watch aesthetic. Rolex Explorer. This iconic Rolex model is a distilled, simple tool watch, even though a two-tone version is available. For us, it is a toss-up between the IWC Pilot's Watch Mark XX and the Omega Railmaster. The IWC offers a longer power reserve, more dial options, and a superior bracelet with a better approach to easy adjustment and a quick-release system. The Railmaster, an unsung hero in the Omega lineup, is also an excellent choice. Rolex Yachtmaster. The Yachtmaster, there is even a titanium version, though we would pick the Pelagos any day. The Yachtmaster lineup offers numerous options, including base steel models, but our favorite is the Rose Gold Oyster Flex configuration. If you are set on rose gold, the IWC Moon and Tide Yacht Club is a much more intriguing choice. The case is slightly larger than most Yachtmasters, but its unique complication makes it exceptionally attractive. For those who find a full rose gold watch beyond reach and do not prefer Tudor, there are still great options. The Panerai Luminor Marina 40 at 40mm is a versatile strap monster. It handles leather, steel, and rubber bracelets effortlessly. Rolex Sea Dweller. While Omega's Planet Ocean is a natural alternative, constantly mentioning Omega would become repetitive and miss the point of displaying various excellent alternatives to each Rolex model. For the Sea Dweller, consider the new Blancpain 50 Fathoms and 42mm. Despite being an iconic diver's watch, the 50 Fathoms has not received much real-world attention, partly as a bulky 45mm watch. The new 42mm version, though still thick, is a perfect substitute for the Sea Dweller. While the Sea Dweller can dive deeper, the 50 Fathoms more than meets the needs of a competent diver. One key advantage of the Blancpain is its superior finishing compared to any comparable Rolex. Rolex is undoubtedly good, but Blancpain is stellar. The Blancpain movement approaches high horology territory. Rolex 1908. The 1908 is an average watch at best. The Cellini, especially the Moonphase, was better. We saw the platinum version at Watches and Wonders. It looked nice, but the light blue gouache dial did not impress us as much as we expected. Here are three options, all vastly superior to the Rolex. First, from JLC, if you want to save some money, go for the $25,000 Goldmaster Ultra Thin Moonphase. It is thin, elegant, exquisitely crafted, and offers a cooler complication from the master watchmaker. For something more interesting, consider the new Perpetual Calendar Ultra Thin. It is not platinum, but it is leagues ahead of what Rolex offers. Rolex charges a premium for its crown and shine, but JLC offers superior craftsmanship. Another excellent alternative is a Patek Philippe Calatrava. Although not the most popular choice, the Calatrava is still harder to acquire than a Rolex and embodies what Rolex wants the 1908 to be, but can never achieve. If all these prices seem excessive, consider a Nomos Tangenti in gold. It is still a brilliant choice and offers excellent value. Rolex Daytona. The Daytona is deemed the most coveted watch by secondary retailers, often selling for more than double its retail price. There is another watch we hold in higher regard, which is the Omega Speedmaster, whether in white or black, known as the Moon Watch. Both versions boast superior aesthetics, a more iconic status, a sleeker bracelet, and a significantly more captivating movement. While there may be a slight compromise in water resistance, either Speedmaster model is attainable. Rolex GMT Master. There is no shortage of GMT-like watches available. Tudor offers their GMTs in 41mm and 39mm with various bicolor bezel configurations. Grand Seiko also has options. However, none of these watches match the aesthetic appeal of the Rolex GMT. Many Grand Seiko sports models are too bulky and lack refinement, and Seiko's sports watches are often too understated to compete directly with the Rolex GMT. Rolex Sky Dweller. The Sky Dweller stands out with its distinctive combination of a dual fluted bezel and a unique movement. While a GMT or a world timer can serve a similar purpose functionally, finding an alternative that matches the innovation of the Sky Dweller's complication is challenging. Rolex has patented a specific approach to solving the problem of world time and annual calendar complications. The Panerai GMT Radiomir PAM00317 stands out as a potential alternative. Crafted in gold, it boasts a stunning appearance and offers a unique interpretation of the complication. Although it may be slightly more expensive than the Sky Dweller, for those in the market for such a luxury timepiece, the price difference is likely insignificant. Rolex Air King. Now that the Yachtmaster 2 is discontinued, the Air King is likely the new outlier in the Rolex family, a timepiece that few people desire. As an alternative, consider the Zenith Pilot. Like the Air King, it has grown on over time. It offers a modern interpretation of the classic pilot's watch design. The textured dial mimics the fuselage of a mid-20th century plane, giving it a unique aesthetic. It strikes a balance between sportiness and restraint, making it stand out without being too flashy. Rolex Datejust. When it comes to timeless elegance and performance, nobody does it quite like Datejust. The fluted bezel of the Datejust is a signature feature of Rolex. No other watch bezel replicates this effect. Not diamonds, not platinum, just the regular fluting, and Rolex executes it like no other. The Cartier Santos is a timepiece that can rival the Datejust. It is a style icon from a renowned watchmaking powerhouse. Available in two sizes, with or without a date function, the Santos comes in various materials, including steel, two-tone, and full gold, all of which are stunning. Additionally, the Santos features a quick-release bracelet, a feature not found in any Rolex Datejust model. Rolex Day-Date. You could make a similar argument for the Day-Date as for the Santos, because essentially, what distinguishes the Day-Date from the Datejust is an additional complication, along with being crafted in full gold and featuring a more impressive bracelet. However, we all recognize that the Day-Date holds more significance than just being a high-end upgrade to the Datejust. It is often referred to as the President's Watch or the Power Broker's Watch, symbolizing an accomplished status like no other timepiece. Audemars Piguet carries a similar air of exclusivity. Vacheron Constantin has left the impression that owning an overseas in gold is attainable without having to bow to corporate hierarchies. Perhaps it is because it is slightly less coveted than Audemars Piguet, but this touch of humility and respect for all customers, regardless of their purchasing power. What are your thoughts on the topic we shared in this video? If you enjoyed the video, we would appreciate it if you let us know by leaving a comment and giving it a thumbs up. Do not forget to follow our channel for more content. Thank you for watching The Luxury World, and we look forward to having you join us in our upcoming videos.